In our coat of arms, we decided to put wheat because it is largely cultivated and exported in the Western Cape, grapes because there is a large wine industry which is internationally renowned, lobster and mussels because it is found along the coast and in the sea, Table Mountain because it is a prominent natural feature found in the Western Cape, and wind because it is important for which natural resources can be grown, and it is known as the Cape Doctor.
This is the Western Cape, home of the beautiful winelands and one of the most famous mountains of the world, Table Mountain. From its summit, you can view two World Heritage Sites, the Cape Flora region and historic Robben Island.
I'm here to interview the head of the Western Cape, Oti Pulani. Oti, please tell us about natural resources in the Western Cape.
Okay, well, the Western Cape is full of natural resources. Its Mediterranean climate is the ideal for the cultivation of fruit such as grapes, olives, peaches and oranges. Granite, marble, sandstone and diamonds are the main resources mined, but aren't major contributions to the economy. It is home to the Cape salmon, crayfish, mussels, prawns and many other varieties of fish.
How is this money used to develop in the Western Cape?
The income brought in from the farming and trading of natural resources is used for the upliftment of farming communities in the Western Cape. It helps distribute wealth amongst the rich and poor and narrows the disparity between the two.
Do you think the Western Cape will be able to continue the way it's going in terms of sustainability?
Yes, I do think it will be able to continue because it has many measures set in place to ensure resources will not be endangered or close to extinction for a very long time, at the very least. For example, the Department of Environmental Affairs in the last 10 years, amongst many more projects, developed a program to guide and align decisions making across the province to be more sustainable and good for the environment.
Tell us about human resources.
It has a population of 6,200,100, which is concentrated in its major city, Cape Town, and then Paarl, George, Worcester. Education levels are higher within major cities, with 69.5% of students completing up to grade 9 and further. There are many jobs available in marketing and education institutions as teachers and professors. Capital resources in the Western Cape. Manufacturing. Western Cape's manufacturing sector has shown resilience thanks to food processing. The sector's contribution to provincial economy is decreasing, which is very worrying because manufacturing is important for economic development. In contrast to services, manufacturing produces goods we can export, which has the ability to develop technology and create jobs. The importance of the sector. Since 1995, contribution of manufacturing to the province's GDP has fallen from 23.4% to 17.6% in 2007 and to 16.3% in 2009, although contribution of services grew. The province's manufacturing is very diversified. The manufacturing subsectors are as follows.
This is our coat of arms for the Free State. There are cherries because it contributes 90% of the nation's cherries, zebra because it's an animal found in the Free State, sunflower and sorghum because it's a large contributor of these two, cattle and crop farming in the middle because it is very important in the Free State, and water droplets on top because it is obviously important for farming in the Free State and is what they need more of at the moment.
The province of infinite skies, the province of the Golden Gate National Park, and the province that's at the heart of it all, the Free State.
The Free State lies in the heart of South Africa. Breathtaking scenery of fields abounding with sunflowers, cattle or wheat symbolize the agricultural character of the region. The province has over 2.7 million inhabitants who live in an area of 130,000 square kilometers, roughly 1/10 of the complete surface of South Africa. The Free State is situated on a plateau, the Highveld, and is bordered by the Drakensberg Mountains in the east and the Karoo to the south.
The Free State, often referred to as South Africa's breadbasket, but there's a whole lot more on offer in this province than just agriculture.
Good morning, my name is Franz and I will be interviewing the head of the Free State, Shirley Knight. Please will you tell us about the natural resources in the Free State?
Well, the Free State is abundant in its natural resources. It is the main provider of agriculture in South Africa and produces 26% of South Africa's field crops and 15.9% of all its animals. Agriculture is extremely important as the Free State provides 53% of the nation's sorghum, 45% of its sunflowers, 33% of its potatoes, and 90% of its cherries. This explains why there are cherries, sorghum, and sunflowers on its coat of arms.
Oh, what type of farming are used in the Free State?
Well, it composes of crop production, animal production, horticulture, dairy farming, game farming, aquaculture, fruit production, and agro-processing.
Is there any fishing in the Free State?
Not at all. It is situated in flat grassy plains that are generally 3,800 feet above sea level. The only fishing there is at resorts for recreational and tourism use.
Is mining a large part of the Free State?
Well, the Free State is rich in mineral wealth. It provides 20% of the world's total gold production and is the province's major employer. There are 12 gold mines, making it the 5th largest producer of gold in the world. Gold mines in the Free State also supply a substantial portion of the total silver produced in the country.
Tell us about human resources in the Free State.
Well, the Free State has a population of 2,890,000. Average citizens earn half the annual income as people in the Western Cape. Most of the people are employed in the gold mines or farming, forming only 32% of all its population.
Do you think that the Free State will be able to continue the way it is in terms of sustainability?
No, I do not, because there are very little measures in place to encourage and increase sustainability. And since mining is such a large part of their economy, it is being exploited and will not be able to last for much longer.
Tell us a bit about capital resources.
Well, the Free State's economy has moved into focusing towards manufacturing and export rather than relying on primary sectors like farming or mining. The chemical sector is regarded as the most important in the whole of Africa and is a world leader in terms of chemical production.
Based on the resources of the two provinces, students could create and run a breakfast food truck business selling fruit, salad, yogurt from the cows in the Free State, fruit, oranges, apples, grapes, peaches from the Western Cape, and muesli, yogurt from the cows, grain from the Free State, and strawberries from the Western Cape.
We think that Free State should increase its boundary on the western side into the Northern Cape because it means there's more land for agriculture. This is important because farming is the Free State's main source of income, and in order to support the nation's increasing population and feeding demands, it will have to have more land. The Free State already has all the facilities needed to process the farmed goods and animals set up so it would be more convenient and income producing for the Free State to have the land instead of Northern Cape.
We think that increasing the eastern provincial boundary for the Western Cape is a good idea, so that the Western Cape has more land along the coast available for fishing and agriculture. This would provide more opportunities for employment in the small villages along the coast and bring in income for the province that could be used for development in schooling, hospitals and roads. Fishing sustainably is enforced well in the Western Cape, and it must have more coastal land in order to keep up with the demands of the growing populace. It would make more sense to have that land for the Western Cape to ensure that sustainable fishing methods are used to make sure there is still fish in the time to come. It is protected from exploitation by a 200 kilometers commercial fishing zone and a strict quota zone.